Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and today we're in the lovely Melbourne. Once again though, what's up with the weather? Why am I cursed? I'd like to apologise to all of Melbourne for bringing the rain. It is like quite literally just starting to rain because I'm quite literally just starting the video for today's event. So we've got the Evolving Stars event. I always just gotta pick the noisiest spots, that's on me though. We've got the Evolving Stars event starting in Pokemon Go, and honestly, I mean, look, I walked down to the park because I thought there might be more spawns, but apparently not. Quick heads up for you lovelies as well, if you are in Melbourne this weekend, I'm going to be over there at PAX Australia. So if you're going to be there too, come say hey, come get a photo, do a trade, whatever you want to do. And by the looks of it, there's a gym at the convention centre, so maybe we'll get lucky with some, or close to it, some Xerneas raids over the weekend on Saturday when those start. But until Saturday, there's nothing necessarily that crazy exciting happening for this event. There's no themed eggs, there's a little bit of research, but so far the research that I've picked up is spinning a bunch of stops to get evolution items, spinning more stops to get different evolution items, evolving for a little bit of dust, and then this one here for catching 3 Eevee, which that was the first Eevee I've seen so far this morning. So nothing too dramatic, and a couple of power-up tasks to get Mega Energy, which I'm going to be trying to save my Stardust. I'm going to put on screen for you guys here what my starting Stardust is for this event, or for today at least. And if we go into the, today's research as well, we've got a couple of challenges. So evolving 3 of the starter Eevees evolution items. Evolving Gengar and Alakazam. Evolution item. Electros and Lampent evolution item, which is like we're spending a bit of, candy resources on Litwick before Litwick Com Day, but whatever. I'm sure we'll recoup it. And then evolving these lads for some Sinnoh Stones. So basically spending resources to get the exact same resources back. I'm gonna blame this event on whoever hasn't evolved these things already, alright? You guys gotta catch up so we don't keep getting these events that encourage us to evolve these things. And we can also progress here. Alright, a little bit of progress from the Profess, bit of candy, bit of Stardust, bit of XP. Now, have you two learned any more about that mysterious Pokemon? Re-recognizes it, you say. Its name is Cosmog. Incredible. Having a bit of extra dimensional help really expands your knowledge base. When it comes to Pokemon research, nothing beats first-hand observation. Have you gleaned anything interesting during your time with Cosmog? It's curious but not very cautious. I can relate. Yeah, we know that, Professor. The more time you spend with Cosmog, the more we'll learn. Let me know if you have any more discoveries. Okay. Yep, there it is. I was just gonna say, I'm about to bet I would slap down $100 that Evolve a Cosmog was gonna be in one of these steps. No, Professor, no. You wanna know why? I've got several reasons why, but here's the I'll move somewhere quieter. And I'll give you some reasons why. We've got an egg going, 5k egg from I don't know when this has been picked up, but I think new season egg. Okay, so one reason for me personally that I don't want to evolve Cosmog, I know it's very reminiscent of the Galarian Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme event, where in the research for it, you had to evolve your first one. Full stop, you couldn't get your second one until you evolved your first one. And you only got 2. So if you got your Hundo was your second one or something, tough luck. You've already evolved your first one, you can't go back sort of thing, which I think is kind of annoying and just a little bit rude. I don't like it being forced to evolve things. This is my one here. Honestly, even if my second Cosmog ended up being the Hundo, I'd probably keep the second one, the Hundo, as Cosmog. I would walk how many kilometers, give how many rare candies to probably best buddy and max out a Hundo Cosmog and keep it baby. That's fine. That that would work out for me. For me, it's not too much about the IVs for Cosmog. I just prefer to make that choice when I've got the options there in front of me and I can see both of them. I know for some people they just flat out want to have the best one evolved, and that's totally fair too. Some people catch their Pokemon in really special places. For me, my Mew, this is before we had proper AR, and if you're new to the game, you might not remember this, you couldn't take photos of your Pokemon unless you were in the catch screen, like right now where I'm catching. Unless you were in that screen, you couldn't take a photo from something in your storage. So I carried Mew, our first Mew, our only Mew, our non-shiny one. I carried it in my backpack for a month and a bit in my special research, stacked up, waiting to take it and catch it at Mount Fuji. That's a special thing. If Mew could evolve, I wouldn't evolve that one because it was caught at a special place, And I know for a lot of people, you guys have caught your Cosmog in fun places or memorable places, and you don't want to evolve that particular Cosmog. So I don't like it being a requirement without it already having the multiple available to us. We are going to get future ones. It does say specifically, Cosmog will be available in the distant, specifically says distant future. So at some point it's going to be available, but you know, how long the distance is going to be. I don't know. Is that end of the season? I don't know. Am I going to be sitting on this research? I mean, maybe it's right here. I doubt it. Yeah. Ha ha ha, Zoe, very funny. I don't know if this is going to be research that's sitting in my storage for a year, for a month, for 3 weeks. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see, I guess, because I am not evolving my Cosmog. Full stop. You can feel free to join me, feel free to evolve it, do whatever you want. I just think it's kind of silly. I think it's a silly thing. I feel like it kind of goes against like the core of Pokemon as well. Like, remember in the first few episodes of Pokemon when that show came out, you know, and Pikachu was like, nah fam, I don't want to be Raichu. Slap that evolution stone away. And you know, Pikachu had you know, bodily autonomy and chose what it wanted. I don't know, it just feels like being, I don't know. That's just my vibe. That's just my vibe. I'll evolve a Pokemon. Okay, I'll evolve something, but it won't be Cosmog. Also, I did my power-up task, so I'm going to say we're now on 1.8 flat, pretty much, for Stardust. So I basically had to restart the count from here, and it's starting to rain proper now. Oh dear. Okay, well that was pretty much easy, done and dusted, all the research tasks done except for this one here, because for whatever reason, Piloswine is not ticking off the objective. Zoe from the future here, just chiming in to say, actually pay attention to the task that you have to do. I was not paying attention. It is evolve to Piloswine, not evolve your Piloswine. I think I wasn't paying attention because there are ones in there that are the final stage and some are the mid stage. So, I mean, Haunter to Gengar was like the final stage. I'm like, cool, evolve to the final thing. They're not all the final thing. Pay attention, save your resources. PSA from unfocused me. Alright. So I won't be able to claim that. I'm going to keep walking, it's still raining, I'm going to head back and see how much Stardust we can get, but honestly the spawns aren't that dense as I was hoping or expecting, especially for in Melbourne. It's usually pretty good with the spawns, so we'll see how we go, because I feel like that's the only redeeming... I can't even hit this thing. The only redeeming the feature for this event is going to be the evolved forms, more Stardust, and then Saturday for Xerneas. So I might just lay low, enjoy packs until Saturday, do some raids with you lovelies, and see how we go then. I don't know. It's a bit of a flat event for me, I think. Alrighty, let's claim through these few things that we can claim for now. We'll see what happens with the Piloswine. You know, if we're lucky, it's just me. Hopefully it's just me and no one else is having this. I am going to hang on to this Power Up 7 times task for the Altaria Mega Energy. We haven't seen Altaria Mega Energy in a hot second. It's actually one of the ones that I'm missing a fair bit for. I kind of alternate my Megas between my shiny and my non-shiny for different days, so they're kind of like on different cooldowns. So if you're someone who's doing like just the free Mega Evolutions, you can kind of have one ready to go almost all the time. And Altaria Mega Energy was one I was just missing. Just have a quick check in with how our Stardust is doing. We are sitting at about 20,000 Stardust. So is that game-breaking, game-changing? Not necessarily, but I did some maths. 20,000 Stardust would be about 200 regular catches, so regular catch just being 100 flat Stardust. But for today, if we just go age 0, I've caught 91 things, and that's probably including some things from the airport before even, you know, the raid from yesterday. So it's even then, less than 91 things caught. So about earning Stardust about double-ish rate there. So I really recommend like playing this event for the Stardust grind, or at least just getting a bit of extra Stardust where you normally wouldn't. And I know that even though for me it's not going to be a super exciting event, I do love having a bit of downtime. I like that. Obviously not great for if you want to make really fun videos. And I was really just enjoying the regular season spawns for this season. Like this morning I was like, oh, there's like a good variety thing. I got Venipede at the airport. There was like SWIRLX I was seeing. A bunch of just kind of like new things that I haven't seen in a while. It's the season spawns. They're like straight into another event. I almost would have preferred just to have no event and like just throw some evolved forms in there, but I think especially if you're a new or returning player, this is a great chance to get some things we don't see that often and to get more candy. Evolved forms will give you more Stardust, more candy. So if you can afford the resources, pine up them so you get extra candy, you are going to probably be throwing a few more balls at these things as well. Even though it's like, yay, evolved forms, more Stardust. I was throwing at least 2, I'd say average 2 to 3 Great Balls or Ultra Balls at these things. So keep that in mind. It is going to use a few more resources than just catching, you know, an Abra with a regular ball or something. Let's see what we get in with this Cosmic Companion quest from the Professor as well. Oh, yay. Voltoy, hi. Can be shiny. Wow. Place your guesses in the chat. Oh my god, it looks so gloomy in here. The sun's gone, it's all rainy. It's only like midday, but it's so gloomy today. I'm sorry, Melbourne. Oh, place your guesses. How many weeks, months until we get our distant future Cosmog? I feel like it has to be within this season. The seasons go for a few months, but like, I don't know, man. I don't want to evolve my little, I don't want to do it. Shout out to you guys if you are evolving yours, like more power to you. Shout out to you if you're not evolving yours, more power to you too. Choices are good. How good is having choices? But I hope it's within the month. That'd be nice. I guess that's kind of all I can really do. I might just sit here, lure up and grind some dust. But once again, if any of you lovelies are going to be at PAX in Melbourne, PAX Oz, let me know in the comments. I will be in the venue, outside of the venue, around the venue in general, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you see me, come say hey. Good luck for this event if there is something that you're trying to hunt down or grind for or whatever it might be. And let me know in the comments as well. Are you going to be evolving your Cosmog or keeping its baby? Are you going to keep it Nebby? Nebby stays in the bag? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. I'm curious what the split will be. As always, lovelies, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like as well, and if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links for Patreon and the merch are in the description down below. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. There we go. Yep, good job, Zoe, good job.